Everybody, it is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Today we are here with a redone version of a video that I did in the past. Now in the past, these skills were not nearly as good as they are now, and that is all the Kamehameha ultimates in the game, guys. We're basically testing them all against each other again today, and we're going to be basically ranking them from the worst to the best as well, and going over why I am ranking them in that way at the same time. So this is more like of a ranking of the Kamehamehas while testing them against each other at the same time. Now, as you guys see on the screen right here, literally with every single preset, I have 6 of them because there's 12 different Kamehameha ultimates in the game. Yeah, I know that's kind of crazy. But as you see, I have 6 of them, all having the same QQ Bang and the same Super Soul. So we're getting the same effect on each and every single preset, so you know it's as accurate as possible, and all these skills will have the same presets basically with the same QQ's boost and all things like that. So let's jump straight into this video. Actually, one thing before we get into this video, be sure to send in your sickest DLC 9 cast character combos with Super Saiyan God Vegeta, Blue Evolution, or Rib Rain to the email, Twitter, or Discord, all linked down below in the description for you guys. I'll be getting that out tomorrow and recording it tomorrow for you as well, which is Sunday. I know it's up Saturday, but by the time I woke up today, it was a little bit late. I wouldn't have been able to get it done and all things like that because those videos are so long. So again, send those clips. You guys have one more day to send them to the email, Twitter, or Discord link down below in the description with the DLC 9 characters as far as cast characters go this time around. But let's jump straight into this video, seeing which Kamehameha is truly the best in Xenoverse 2. Alright y'all, here we go, getting this video started right here. And like I said, we're basically going to be ranking these skills at the same time while talking about them like we normally would do in a skill test as well. So coming in at number 12 as the worst Kamehameha ult in the game as of right now, which kind of saddens my heart honestly to say this, but it is true. It is ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, guys. All Kamehameha skills got a buff, even ×4 Kaioken, but I feel like ×4 got one of the weaker buffs out of all of them in the game, to be honest. Like, this skill does not do that much more damage than it used to, and for the simple fact that it takes 4 bars of keys and you're huffing and puffing at the end of it, it definitely to me is the worst Kamehameha ult in the game as of right now. When you use it with just 3 bars alone, you're not even getting 8,000 damage from it. So again, to me, for that reason, it is the worst at this time, and it used to be one of the better ones, at least one of the top 4, top 5 in my opinion, but not anymore ever since this new update. Now, moving on to number 11, guys. Number 11 is one that used to honestly be very, very good, but since it got nerfed and the damage is not what it used to be, and all the other Kamehamehas got buffed, Super Black Kamehameha is definitely the 11th best at this moment in time. Honestly, only doing 8,612 damage. Yes, you can use it mid-combo, things like that. You don't even need a stamina break for this move right here. But of course, if you do use it in that manner, it is a bit cheesy online. Now, of course, offline, that does not matter at all. But yes, you can use it in that manner. And that's the only reason why I truly have it over ×4 Kaioken, because it's doing way less damage than ×4 Kaioken is. Literally 2,000 less damage, 2,000 plus less damage. But the simple fact that it does have that unvanishable factor, and you can use it mid combo, not only for PvP but PvE as well, where you should be using it like that, it definitely does make it a bit of a better skill in my opinion. So that's it for these 2 skills right here, coming in at 12 and 11. Now we're gonna move on to the top 10, which we actually have a countdown for.
Playback music.
Alright y'all, now moving on to number 10 on, number 10 on this list right here, guys. Another one that was honestly one of the better Kamehameha ultimates before, but since this buff, it really wasn't done justice, and that is ×20 Kaioken Kamehameha, guys. As you see right here, you're getting a grand total of 12,581 damage, but you're getting that 12,581 damage for 5 bars of key. 5 bars of ki on top of the simple fact that if you use this during a stamina break combo, which most people would, during the first 2 phases of this attack, your opponent is getting a good amount of stamina back. During those first 2 hits and before this Kamehameha actually lands, your opponent's going to gain a decent amount of stamina back, so it's going to limit you as far as how much you can actually do in your stamina break combo leading up to that, because you got to compensate for the time that it takes for this ult to actually fully land. So again, for that reason right there, man, I definitely have this one coming in at number 10. Of course, it's still doing 12,581 damage, much more than ×4 for that bar key, and then much more than super black as well. So again, that is why we have it coming in at number 10 on this list. So I'm about to die right here. I just literally choked on like my own spit right there. Anyways, let's move on to number 9.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to number 9 on this list. It's another 5-bar ultimate that kind of acts the same way as ×20 in the sense that it is a knockaway animation, and it does have some time between the first hit and it landing, so it gives your opponent a little bit of time to get some stamina back. But that is obviously Super Black Kamehameha Rose. This one comes in at number 9 in my opinion, guys, because for the amount of ki at 5 bars, it's really not doing the greatest damage in the world at 12,770. Still good damage, no doubt, but the simple fact is that it's not great damage, and you're giving your opponent still a little bit of time to get stamina back a little bit more quickly than they would with other Kamehameha ults, as you guys will see later on in this video. So for the simple fact that the damage is not the highest in the world, it is still good damage, no doubt, especially if you go blue evolution. But for 5 bars of ki, you guys will see that the other Kamehameha ultimates are definitely better than this as we move through the video. So again, coming in at number 9, we have Super Black Kamehameha Rose. So let's keep this video going and get on to number 8.
Maybach music.
Alright, moving on to number 8. This is honestly a Kamehameha ult that was the worst by far when this game first came out until the last DLC 8 update. The DLC 8 update that came with like the 120 something skill buffs and nerfs and changes and things like that. Scatter Kamehameha was changed for the better, guys. As you see right here, check the damage that this move now does. 10,697 damage. That is a good amount, and it's definitely very easy to land off a stamina break. So all you got to do is go into a knockdown combo, get and then afterwards use it immediately, and you will land this skill all day every day. So not only does it do good damage, it's very easy to land. It only takes 3 bars of ki as well, so think about that. It's only doing 2,000 less damage than Black Rose Kamehameha, and it's still doing and still way easier to land, not way easier to land, but much faster, to where your opponent's not going to get as much stamina back in that time as well. So to me, this skill is definitely coming in at number 8 on this list, guys. Honestly, again, a skill that nobody used ever before in the past, and I just used the wrong one right there. But to me, this one is definitely usable now, and for some people who may want to make some saucy combos, you may want to look into this, because again, this is something that nobody really uses in this game, and now it is definitely a very viable skill. So let's keep this thing going though, guys, and get on to number 7.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, coming in at number 7, you guys kind of saw me use it in that while showcasing number 8, and that is Super Kamehameha, guys. Super Kamehameha is honestly always been a consistently good move, but now since the buff, it is even better. As you see, 10,854 damage. That's the type of damage you would get with this move when you would transform. When you would have your awoken skill out before as a male Saiyan, that's the type of damage you were looking at with Super Kamehameha. That is no longer the case, as you guys see again. 10,854 damage from a 3-bar ki ult is definitely one of the main reasons why I have it coming in at number 7. But also, you got to take into the consideration that this move, yes, is unvanishable. You don't always need a stamina break to land Super Kamehameha. Now, do I advise using this move in that way? No, I do not. It's you know, it's an unvanishable. It's fairly cheesy. It's an easy way to get ultimate damage, just like that right there. But it does have that, and it's not only, you know, it's only cheesy really in PvP, but you got to also take into account PvE a little bit in this as well. So that is why we have this move coming in at number 7, and it does do more damage than Scatter Kamehameha, and is a bit quicker than Scatter Kamehameha as well when it comes to speed. So without doubt, Super Kamehameha is definitely the 7th best Kamehameha ultimate, in my opinion, as of right now in Xenoverse 2. But we are halfway through this, guys, with the first 6 that I have showcased for you guys, ranking them in order. Now we're going to move on to the final 6 and see which are the true final 6 best Kamehameha ults in Xenoverse 2.
Playback music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to number 6 on this list. We have a move that was always just average at best, never really anything special, not something that really anybody used online, especially since it did less damage, I believe, or just about the same amount of damage as Super Kamehameha, and it is a 4-bar key ultimate. And yes, that is Warp Kamehameha, guys. This is a move that was really never used on CACs because, again, it took 4 bars and it only did like 7,000 damage. Now, though, as you guys see, 12,132 damage from Warp Kamehameha on a male Saiyan CAC in base form. That is very good damage right there. It is a 4-bar key ultimate, but for 4 bars, that is definitely good damage. You know, when you're only getting like 12,000 something for a 5 bar or something like that, that's when it's a bit lacking. But when you're getting that 4 bar doing 12,000 plus, that is definitely good damage in my opinion, especially since I am base form. Now, Warp Kamehameha, just like Super Kamehameha, can be kind of abused in that unvanishable way. You do not want to use it in that way. Please do not do things like that, guys. I advise against it when you're coming to PvP, but if you are playing offline and you want to use it against the computer, by all means, go ahead and punish them. You know what I'm saying? It's the computer. So again, we're taking that a little bit into account as well. So that is why we have this skill coming in at number 5. Not only is it doing good damage, unlike it did before, but it still has the same uses as it did before. Very, very easy to use, whether it's a stamina break or a non-stamina break. And again, you only want to use the non-stamina break version against the computer in them very, very annoying parallel quest. But that is it for this skill right here, guys, coming in at number 6. So let's move on to the number 5 Kamehameha Ult in Xenoverse 2.
Playback music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to number 5 on this list. Number 5 on this list is one that was honestly never high before. Nah, not that high in my opinion. It was just the regular one-handed Kamehameha, just the regular version. Never did the most damage in the world, you know what I mean? And the fact that you had to incorporate the backflips at first before it was buffed a little bit to where you didn't mid-combo at least. You know, it just never was that great of a move. Mark II was always the better one, in my opinion, by far between the two. It still is without question, but now without doubt, Mark I, just the regular version, is a very, very good move. 3-bar key ult that's giving you 11,500 damage in base form, guys. That is very, very good damage. And like I said, during a combo, actually, if you use it off of a knockdown, knock away, or something like that during a stamina break, you won't go into those flips, so you don't have to worry about that. If it still had those flips mid combo and things like that, it would not be this high on this list. Super Kamehameha, Scatter Kamehameha, things like that would definitely be higher. But the simple fact that it is a 3-bar key ult doing 11,500 damage, you can use it very, very easily when it comes to stamina break combos. This move definitely comes in as the 5th best Kamehameha ultimate in Xenoverse 2 as of right now with this recent update. It's become a very, very good move, very viable, very usable. So again, I want to know which of these Kamehamehas so far you guys intend on at least trying out on your CACs. Maybe some skills that you never used before. Let me know all that down below in the comments. But we're going to keep this thing moving, guys, and get into the top 4. The 4 best Kamehameha ults in Xenoverse 2 post DLC 9.
Playback music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to the top 4. We've made it through 8 Kamehameha ults so far. Now we're into the top 4, and at number 4, I should say, we have Perfect Kamehameha, guys. Perfect Kamehameha has been buffed, and it is doing some really, really good damage now for 4 bars of key, as you see right there. 13,796 damage, guys. That is very, very good damage for 4 bars of key. And I believe it also just goes through block as well. If somebody's trying to guard it, it goes through that. I mean, that's not very useful considering you won't really use that when somebody can block it. But still, that is something to keep in mind, maybe against the computer if they're trying to block it or something like that. But again, 13,796 damage for a move that's very, very easy to use. You know, you stamina break them, knockdown combo, maybe a sledgehammer before, something like that. And you could just land this skill all day, every day. Very easy to use, very good damage, only takes 4 bars. And that is why we have have it coming in at number 4 on this list. If it was a bit faster though, I will say this, if it was faster, I may even consider having it at number 3, but the simple fact that it's a bit slow of a startup and you have a little bit of a pause animation at the end of it, that is why I have it coming in at number 4 right here, guys. But let's keep this moving and get on to the top 3 Kamehameha Ultimates.
Maybach music.
Okay, moving on to number 3, y'all. Number 3, we have one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites since the beginning of the game. Always loved this skill, always loved the animation, loved it in the anime. Wish it would have been done right though in Xenoverse 2, and that is Final Kamehameha, guys. Absolutely love this skill right here. As you see, you're getting 14,688 damage from this move. This move does a bunch of damage. It got buffed to where the move is actually usable again. You know, when it was doing like 10,500 or 11,000, something like that for 5 bars, really was not worth it. But now that you're coming up on 15,000 damage almost with this skill, definitely makes it a good skill again. Very viable, very usable skill at the same time. And of course, it's very, very easy to use as well. Use it off a knock away, knock down, anything like that. As long as your opponent is stamina broken, you will be able to land this all day, every day. So that is why we have Final Kamehameha coming in at number 3. And I just love the animation. Really, again, wish that they would have done the actual ki blast right, where it would have been blue with like yellow lightning surrounding it. That would have just been so dope to see. But at the same time, still love this move. Does good damage, very easy to use. So that is why we have it coming in at number 3. But now we have the last 2. Yes, the 2 best Kamehameha Ultimates in Xenoverse 2 is what we about to get into.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to number 2. At number 2, we have one that honestly used to be a tie all the time with Final Kamehameha in the past videos. For me, at least, both of them were always very good. Both are still very, very good. But in this last update, times 100 has definitely taken the advantage, in my opinion. First and foremost, using it in a regular way, you're getting 15,333 damage more than you would from Final Kamehameha. So you're already, I mean, not that much more. You're getting like 700 damage more than you would from Final Kamehameha. But of course, that's not the only use you have for times 100 Big Bang. If you use it in the sweeping manner without being locked onto your opponent, you're going to get 17,949 damage, guys. Absolutely insane damage right there for this skill. So of course, that is a main reason we have it coming in at number 2. And then at the same time, with a stamina break, this move is very, very easy to use as well. So those are the main reasons we have it coming in at number 2. It got a very, very good buff. The move does very, very good damage, whether you are locked on or locked off to your opponent. It really does not matter at this point in time, because the damage you're going to get from it is insane no matter what. So again, that is why we have this skill coming in at number 2 post DLC 9. So let's move on to the number 1. Yes, I said it though. The number 1 Kamehameha Ultimate in Xenoverse 2 post DLC 9.
Maybach music.
Alright, now moving on to the number 1 Kamehameha Ultimate in Xenoverse 2, guys. We have one-handed Kamehameha Mark II. This skill is absolutely amazing now. First and foremost, I'm going to showcase it without even using the additional ki. As you guys see, 12,455 damage without using that additional ki. Of course, where this move shines is with that additional ki, but before, it was really trash, to be honest, without using the additional input and wasting 6 bars of ki in total to actually get that full damage. But again, without using that anymore, you can still get good damage from this move. So that's one good improvement made to it. And then number 2, when you use this damage and get the full amount of hits or very close to it, as you guys see, I believe right here. What Nani? What was that? Hold on, let's do that again. I don't know what just happened right there. But as you guys will see right here, hopefully we're able to get close to the full amount. We got 37 right there. I believe 39 or 40 may even be the max on this. But we got 17,744 damage with 37 hits. Again, I believe you can get a couple more hits than that, getting close to like 18,500 damage from this skill right here if you land all the hits. So again, this move is doing absolutely insane damage now. Since this update, it was already doing insane damage before. As you see right there, we got 17,903 from 38 hits. I believe, again, you may even be able to get up to 40 with this skill. Let me know what the highest amount of hits you guys have ever gotten with one-handed Kamehameha Mark II has been, because again, if you can get up to 40, you can get to close to like 18,500 damage, which is absolutely insane. And again, the skill is now good even without that additional input. Without that additional input, you're still getting good damage from this skill. So it has just become very, very useful and very viable all around. It's not just good with that additional input anymore like it used to be before. You can use it with or without, and you're still gonna get a good amount of damage from this move without question. So all in all, man, these are the rankings of the best Kamehameha ults in the game. One-handed Kamehameha Mark II is definitely coming in at number 1, guys. But again, if you want to go through the full list one more time, at number 12, we have ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. At 11, we have Super Black Kamehameha. At number 10, we have ×20 Kaioken Kamehameha. And at number 9, we have Black Kamehameha Rose. Moving on to number 8, we got Scatter Kamehameha. Number 7, we have Super Kamehameha. And then at number 6, guys, we have Warp. And at number 5, we have One-Handed Kamehameha. And then moving on to number 4, we have, number 4 right here, we have Perfect Kamehameha. And then right in front of it, not by much, at number 3 is Final Kamehameha. And then the two best are ×100 at number 2, and then the number 1, in my opinion, as of right now in Xenoverse 2, is definitely One-Handed Kamehameha Mark II. All of them are honestly, for the most part, very, very good skills with these buffs. They've made all these Kamehameha ultimates very usable, very viable, either whether it be PvP or PvE, does not matter. Both of them are doing insane damage, but all of them for the most part are doing good damage at the very least, especially considering most of them are 3 bars. I mean, getting 10,900 damage for a 3-bar key ultimate now is very, very good, especially when you think back before. That was like the damage you would almost get with Final Kamehameha in the past. So again, a lot of these skills, or all of them for the most part, have been buffed to where they are all pretty good at the very least. Let me know what you guys think about these buffs down below in the comments, and what you guys think the order of these Kamehamehas actually is. If you agree with your boy, let me know, or if you have a little bit of a different order, feel free to share that as well down below in the comments. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.